Yeah, which takes me to our next question then, because you talked about watching other people doing things.
Yeah.
How many people did you talk to actually, or did you get any sort of support in terms of consultation, or even to the next level of mentorship during that process to make up your mind and feeling more comfortable with your decision?
I think the mentorship I did have. I did sit down formally with a few different project managers. One sort of. He was actually also a lecturer at Uni SA. Don't know if you know John Bitters.
Yes.
You can cut that later if you need.
Hello, John.
But yeah, I sat down with him, and I think originally so this is when I think I was just out of my apprenticeship. I sat down and said, John, like in the future, I'd like to be a project manager. He said, you should do the masters with me. You'd love it. But I didn't meet the entry requirements. So that's when I went and did the Bachelor of Business Management. But yeah, I think that was maybe a more. I've had a few formal arrangements over the years. I've had other mentors where I'd sort of formally meet up with them maybe once a month, and then that sort of just fizzled out. But I think I've sometimes gained more from, I guess, the less formal arrangements where you just connect with someone on a level like I did with John back in the day, or like I've connected with yourself, and then you just know, like, I guess you've got these different people who you've established relationships with, and you don't have to catch up with them every month, or you might not see them for a whole year, but you reach a point in your life and you go, I'm having a problem scheduling.
Yep.
I'll call Morteza. But yeah, I think you often see like mentorship programs, and there probably is there's a place for formal sort of relationships. And I've reflected on myself as well. I thought, maybe I should sign up, and I think I signed up once to be the Smith family do like a thing where you can mentor a like school kid.
That's right.
And I thought, I'll sign up to that. And I did there was like a 4-hour training session, and like I'd sent like a couple of messages to the student, and then they pulled out of the program.
Oh no.
And that sort of was like, I never bothered doing it again. Not other things come up, and I probably didn't have the time. So I've had. But
then you do mentorship.
Yeah.
Unofficially.
So I've got a really good friend who worked as a mechanic. So similar to me, he is in a trade, and he was getting to the point where he's still really passionate about cars, but not doing it as a job day in, day out. So he ended up asking me, you did an apprenticeship and now you're doing this, like, what did you do? And I basically told him I did a Cert 4 in project management. You can do a Cert 4 or a diploma. And yeah, over the next month or two, he would call me for an hour or two every week going, I'm thinking of doing this. What do you think about that? And then, he started doing the study, and he's like, I don't understand what a schedule is. Like, how does this work? How does that work? So I'm sort of, I guess I am in a way, I am a mentor to him. It was never ever formal. It's just, I guess mentorship is probably more powerful when there's a underlying friendship.
And it's a two-way approach as well, because you learn from other person's experience as well.
There were heaps of times in that example where he'd ask me a question and I'd go, I'll get back to you on that one. Because I sort of know the answer, but I can't put it in a way that I think you really understand something when you can actually like explain it in easy terms.
It's a repetition for yourself.
Yeah.
And you know that topic even better when you feel responsible now to give that topic in detail to someone else.
That's it.
So basically mentorship is a continuous improvement for yourself as well.
I think
because
so.
In reality, and I've done this for years, if I go back to years ago when I started mentoring people, which I didn't know it was mentoring people, versus now, the concept, the pieces of advice are just different, very different. It's way more mature now. It's way more customized for that person. And it was just typical things in the beginning. Now I did that, you can do it. But now if I say I did that, wait a minute, you probably like to do it, right? Because then you need to connect with the other person. So when you become a mentor or mentee, you have a relationship. So you know the other person deep down, inside out. And that's why working was a really good approach, because then you feel, you know what, I'm not actually teaching anymore. I'm just working, collaborating, and we're learning of each other every day. And when it comes to a professional life, and you're literally doing it professionally, making money out of it, is even the accountability is now added to whatever you do. So it's just a different level of relationship, isn't it?
Yeah.